The Russo brothers, directors of Infinity War and Endgame, just dropped a major reveal about what exactly happens to Captain America at the end of Avengers Endgame. Of course, as I just explained, we'll be discussing the ending of Captain America in Avengers Endgame, meaning there will be major spoilers in this video. So if you have not seen the Endgame yet, go watch it right now, whatever it takes. Yes, that is an official spoiler warning, so if you have not seen the movie, please do so before continuing watching. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and discuss exactly what the Russo brothers said about Captain America's ending, and how it's a little bit confusing even for them. First though, let's set a little groundwork. At the end of Avengers Endgame, Captain America went back in time to return the Infinity Stones to their original timelines, which the Avengers altered. It's revealed that Captain America actually does not return to the present though, and decides to go back and spend his life with Peggy Carter, letting Captain America have the happy, selfish ending that he always deserved, as he realized earlier in the movie that he could actually have a life with Peggy using time travel, which of course he ultimately does. At the end though, an older Steve Rogers returns to the original timeline and gives away the Captain America shield to Falcon, as Sam Wilson becomes the next Captain America. However, there is a bit of a confusing thing that occurs right here that even the Russo brothers don't even have the full answers to. That ending is, if Steve Rogers went back in time and lived his life with Peggy Carter, an alternate timeline has been created, as is explained earlier in Endgame that you cannot change the past, only affect other timelines and the future. Therefore, the Russos explain in this interview that there could be stories on exactly how Captain America finds his way back to this original timeline, and how we may not have seen the last of Captain America in the MCU, and that there is a story to tell there. This is what the Russo brothers had to say. If Cap were to go back into the past and live there, he would create a branched reality. The question then becomes, how is he back in this reality to give his shield away? An interesting question, right? Maybe there's a story there. There's a lot of layers built into this movie, and we spent 3 years thinking through it all. It's fun now to talk about it, and hopefully fill in the holes for people so they understand what we were thinking when we were writing and developing Endgame. The Russos would later talk about that Bucky did in fact know that Steve Rogers was not coming back to this original timeline, especially when he says goodbye. He says, "I'll miss you." Clearly, he knows that something is up. Sam, though, doesn't know anything. But that's really all the Russo brothers had to say about Captain America's ending in Avengers Endgame, and how even for them, it's still a little bit confusing, and how there's a story to be told there on how exactly the original Steve Rogers found his way back to the MCU timeline that we know, despite creating a brand new timeline when he went back in time to visit Peggy Carter and marry her. But what are your guys' thoughts on this, and the fact that even the Russo brothers don't even have the concrete answer as to what exactly happened in the ending of Endgame, just that it ultimately served the story with Steve Rogers returning and handing over the shield to Sam Wilson, the Falcon. I do have my own little theory on how this is possible, that being that the two timelines created are so similar that they eventually converged once more and became one timeline. Therefore, at the end, why an older Steve Rogers is able to give a shield away to Sam Wilson, an unbroken shield I may add. But again guys, I want to hear your thoughts and theories on this in the comments down below, and is there another Captain America story out there that we will one day get to experience? Be sure to check out the Avengers merch page using my link in the description down below, as to celebrate the release of Endgame, a lot of the hoodies are 30 to 50% off, so be sure to check out Captain America hoodies, Quantum Realm hoodies, and Tony Stark hoodies. Again, all with a discount applied to them using my link in the description below. Also, the Infinity War Hot Toys figure giveaway still continues, as you can choose from multiple figures if you actually win the giveaway. You guys seem to know the rules by now, so I'll save it for a later video. As always everybody, thank you so much for watching, hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.